the things that were left unsaid, for all the times I found promises dead. I had nightmares along the way, I made prayers in vain. I've waited so long to catch my breath, broke off my breath. I'm awake, I'm alive, it made me who I am now. Never mind, I survived, time after time. Through the pain I feel, through the hate in me, it goes on and on again. Enjoy the ride while you're alive and scream, never mind. So many fights for nothing at all, so many problems never solved, yeah. I saw people with fear in their eyes, into a world falling apart. I've waited so long to catch my breath. I'm awake, I'm alive, it made me who I am now. Never mind, I survived, time after time. Through the pain I feel, through the hate in me, it goes on and on again. Enjoy the ride while you're alive and scream, never mind. I've waited so long to catch my breath, to catch my. I've waited so long to catch my breath, to catch my. Enjoy the ride while you're alive and scream, never mind. I'm awake, I'm alive, it made me who I am now. Never mind, I survived, time after time. Through the pain I feel, through the hate in me, it goes on and on again. Enjoy the ride while you're alive and scream, never mind.
Hello, my pack, my tribe. Welcome to taking a bite out of stupid. Hold on one sec. Alright, there we go. That should be better. Alright, so, the purpose of tonight's show, this isn't about me. It's not about my viewpoints tonight. It's not about making you laugh. Well, it is about making you laugh, just not me making you laugh. Because tonight is about some talented people that I recently come across that aren't household names, but maybe they should be. Carmen Lynch and Josh Johnson, two very funny stand-up comedians. They've had some stuff out on YouTube. Carmen is a little bit more well-known, like she's done some stuff, but Josh is he's a baby. He's a baby when it comes to the whole stand-up scene, and I want to, I don't know them personally. I've never met them, either one of them, but, I want to do my part. So I'm going to play some of their specials or what have you that they put on YouTube. So without further ado, Josh Johnson.
I don't know if y'all saw that Harvey Weinstein's conviction in New York got overturned. Yeah, no, it's shocking. It's not just like clear that he did it more than people that do it. Do you know what I mean? That's why he's an outlier. He literally has stats. You know? And I don't know. It's like you see him, and then you see like Cosby being out and everything, like fully out. Like he's like out. And it does just feel like if women want accountability for men like this, you can't just depend on the justice system, you know? You're gonna have to start probably killing. I really don't see any other way. I have a vested interest in you not killing. I'm a man. But still, I don't know. It just seems like there's no way around it. You know what I mean? And honestly, if you did start killing, right? If you started killing a lot of the bad ones, then you could probably believe us when we say we're the good ones. I'm alive. Isn't that proof? No, the women have killed me. You might have a gash on the arm or something, but that's just, had to keep you in line. No. I think you're probably going to have to do it. I really don't see any other way. Because people talk about patriarchy and everything, and sure, I understand, but you also have to remember that, like, as men, we're not all friends. I'm also scared of dangerous men. You know what I mean? And it's because they kill. So then if y'all kill too, that's really the only way to equality. You know what I mean? Like, that's... in a sad but, like, poetic way, that's... Because even if y'all started killing indiscriminately, you couldn't do worse than men. So just kill a little... okay. I feel like y'all aren't rolling with what I'm saying. And that's fine. That's fine. This is a new idea for me too. Okay? But I'm saying I thought about it a lot. You know? Like if I had a daughter, I'd buy her a knife. Maybe a gun, but definitely a knife. Because a knife, you can think about it. You know what I mean? Guns are too easy to be like, oops. You know, much harder to miss with a knife. You meant to poke who you poked, you know. I don't know. Because I think that as I say this, it sounds crazy, obviously. And that's good because it means that you're all, like, productive members of society and stuff. But, like, but when you really think about it, that's the score, right? Like alpha things are usually just being the most dangerous person around. That's why when they tell you when you go to jail, find the biggest dude and punch him in the nose like a shark or whatever they say. But like, that's why they say that, because it's like that fear instills a calm, and the calm is safety. You know, like dangerous men are also scared, which is why they puff out their chests and act dangerous to get people off of them. You know, but if women started killing, we'd all be a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, there'd still be catcalls. They'd just be quieter. Do you know what I mean? You pass by, but then they see that you brandish it, right? They see you packing, and you packing low, like you got a sawed-off shotgun, just out in the open. They're like, that ass. That was him. That's... I don't know, baby. Because I hear these stories, and they're horrible. Like, I have friends tell me about how they've put keys in between their fingers at night as they're walking to their car, you know? And I'm like, yeah, but if you do my thing. Y'all are acting like I'm being unreasonable and I'm trying to help. I've read a lot of history books. I'm just telling you what's going to work. I'm just saying, you know, level the playing field of general fear, and in a weird way, it might be a better world. You know? Maybe it could work, you know? Like if you do it for long enough, it changes whole attitudes of like an entire culture, of everyone. Because then they'll be like, yeah, she might kill, like, who knows? She might be a crazy one that kills, you know? But let's say the word is out that women kill now, and they kill as much as men, right? Now when you go in your boss's office and you close the door behind you and you ask for a raise, who knows? Maybe you kill. Or even just, if the word gets around that women are really out here killing indiscriminately, you know, crazy stuff, right? Because the way women do kill, I want to be clear about that. Women kill a lot, actually. They just do it to like people who they know, who they think deserve it. I'm talking about like killing across the board. Killing because you upset, you know what I mean? If the word got out that women are just out here killing, I think you would hear like a pack of guys, right? A pack of guys is usually what women are afraid of. 4 or 5 guys drunk walking down the street together, right? I've had my friends tell me that that's terrifying to them. Just whether it's going to be catcalls, whether it's going to be like cornering them, whether it's going to be something much, much worse, right? And it's because of the way that men are. It's because men kill. There are men that do horrible things. I'm not saying that women don't, but just by the numbers, you know? So if word got out that women kill, you'd see those 4 or 5 guys drunk, walking around, singing their song, la, 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 right? But then they would hear the click of stilettos. They look at each other like, bruh, run! It could work. I'll leave it alone, but also, I don't know, consider it. I was stranded one time in Austin. And when I say stranded, I mean like my flight was so delayed that I got to Austin and the airport was like closed. You know what I mean? And I was so hungry, but obviously every other thing was closed. And Austin didn't have the boom that it had now, right? Like Austin wasn't this like bustling place that everyone moved to post-pandemic. Like it was just regular Austin, the way that the locals used to like it. You know what I mean? Before the money came. And there was no food. And so I was trying to like Uber Eats and like nothing was open. It was crazy to the point where I don't know why I did it, but I just left the hotel room and started walking. I was like, maybe I can just find something on foot, right? And I went down 6th Street and like 6th Street was closed. That's their Vegas. That strip of 6th Street is like everything's happening at some point, right? But it was so late that it was early. You know what I mean? And so I was walking, and finally I passed this taco truck, and I was so excited. I was like, yes, finally, food. Because this is now an hour and a half, at least, after I got to the hotel, which is at least 40 minutes after I landed. So I've been hungry for a day. And I run up to the taco truck, and I see that there's bricks on either side of the taco truck. And then I realize that this taco truck is in an alley. I don't know if you've ever had alley food before, but it feels illegal when you ordering it, because you're like, why aren't you out? Do you know what I mean? Because I don't even know if I can describe this efficiently or no. The taco truck was basically just like, hey. It wasn't even jutted out or anything. It's literally like in the alley, like, hey, we got tacos. If you hungry. And there's not much space in the alley either. Like, I'm leaning up against brick, trying to be like, yeah, let me get a carne asada. I order these tacos. I eat them, and they taste different than I've ever. They're different in flavor than I've ever had before. These are truly alley tacos. I found out what that meant with them, and maybe I wouldn't have even noticed if the packaging had been different. Maybe if I wouldn't have even noticed if this was a parking lot. I'd be like, all right, they're a little dry, but whatever. The fact that it was in an alley, though, I was like, no, I'm gonna die. I got a cactus taco. I remember this like it was yesterday. I got a cactus taco. I got, what was it? I got all vegetarian stuff. I got a cactus, I got a mushroom, and I got this like fried, I guess a fried mushroom as well. And so it was like cactus, regular mushroom, fried mushroom. And I ate all three tacos, and they very much taste like the middle of two buildings. And like, even as I was eating it, I was like, this flavor is floor. This is crazy. If I had eaten even 24 hours ago, I would not be eating this right now. But I was like, and I ate it. And I walked back to my hotel, and I laid down. And as soon as I laid down, my stomach was like, don't fall asleep. No, we gonna be up tonight. The worst part is that I had like a roommate in my hotel room because I was there for a festival. So I had a roommate in my hotel room who had got in the day before. So he didn't have any of these problems, right? He's like trying to sleep, and my stomach keeping us both awake. Every time he sort of dozes off, my stomach is snoring, right? And I got so sick. And it was a type of sick where you're not even like throwing up or anything. I was just sitting there sick, right? And I really thought I was going to die because I started sweating. I was like, that shouldn't happen. It's not hot in here. That cannot be pouring sweat out of my body right now. I clearly ate poison. And he's like, where'd you eat this taco? I was like, it was in an alley. He's like, you ate alley food? He said it like it was a thing he knew about. Like, alley food was just part of life. I was like, I didn't know it was alley food until I was in the alley. Don't judge me. I haven't eaten in 36 hours. And then I was just sweating to the point where I thought about going to the hospital. But I didn't, out of embarrassment. I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital now and be like, yeah, I think I had some bad tacos. They're like, where'd you eat? I'm like, oh, in an alley. And because I'm not going to lie, at that point, I feel like the hospital going to turn you away. Like, I feel like, no, we not saving him. We only take care of people who don't deserve what happened to them. And so I was sitting there. I was really like pouring sweat, feeling so sick, wishing I was going to throw it. Like you almost pray for it. And I was just sitting there, and I turned to my buddy, who's very annoyed with me, because I'm not proud of it. But after a little while, like after the first hour of stomach rumbling, I did start moaning, and and both of us hated that. Like, my stomach was like, brr, and then I was like, It was like I was crying, but no tears were coming out. And so I turned to him. I was like, I think I'm going to die. And under his breath, he's like, just please do it soon. Like, whatever you're going to do. Please, just get it out of the way. And I told him, I was like, if I get sick tonight and I die, if anybody asks what happened, tell them I got shot.
Okay, so that was Josh Johnson. Funny dude. Oh my god! Like, I don't know how long he's been doing comedy. I don't think it's been very long though. Although I could be wrong about that, but like, just funny dude. And just to be clear, I don't own anything you're listening to right now. This is their stuff. So what I would like my listeners to do is to go on to YouTube, find Josh Johnson and Carmen Lynch, and like and subscribe to their stuff, and give them a bunch of love, because they definitely deserve it. I have no rights to this stuff, so please no copyright BS. I'm just trying to shine a light on these people, so there you go. Up next is Carmen Lynch, and oh my god, she's been around for a minute, but she deserves more attention than what she gets. So here we go.
You. I've been using a bidet. Oh my God. It feels so good down there. And not a cheap bidet, you know? Like a fancy one. Not the cheap ones where you go to the beach and there's sand in your butt and you need someone to hose it out. The fancy ones with all the buttons. Yeah, I sat on it for the whole pandemic. Oh, what a great chapter in my life. I sat on it for so long, I started to feel guilty. I was like, how long can I sit on this and it not be considered cheating on my boyfriend? 3 hours. 3 hours until he starts looking for you. And then I started to feel more guilty because so many people don't have clean drinking water. And I'm just letting it shoot up my asshole. Oh. That feels so wrong. I mean, it feels great. It just seems wrong to let all this water go up there. I felt like a Kardashian, you know? They have 12 bidets. They just sit there in their mansion, and they're like, Kylie Kendall, Chloe Ketchup Clonopin. They have to have so many bidets. That's why their asses are so big. They're retaining bidet water. That's why there's a drought in California. not body shaming when it's not your real body. Speaking of bodies, my boyfriend just found out from his doctor that he's borderline obese. You can laugh. It's fine. He didn't laugh. He didn't think it was funny. He's like, I'm borderline obese. I was like, who cares? Just cross the border. And be obese. You're almost there. Check it out. Eat one more cookie. I want to see what happens. I'll record it. And he had 2 cookies. And he crossed the border and he hated it. He said it was really crowded over there. Now he's borderline again. He's been intermittent fasting. I know, I've been intermittent watching him. Intermittent fasting is just skipping meals. That's all it is. You just skip meals. You can't say skipping meals. It sounds like you have mental problems. It sounds like a cry for help. You have to say fasting. And then it sounds like you're better than everyone else. It sounds like you believe in Jesus. My boyfriend writes for cartoons. He writes for animation. I always say it wrong, and I say he's an animated writer. That means something totally different. That means he just wakes up and he's like, da la 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 la, which is totally him. He is an animated writer who writes for animation. It's very hard to date someone when someone is a stand-up comedian and the other person is an animated, writes for animation. There's no time for a serious conversation, so you have to force it. I have to shock him. I have to, drop a toaster in the bathtub. Just to clean the slate, you know? I have to say something like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? And I'm like, just kidding, the rent is due. It's also hard to sleep next to him. He's a huge snorer. Oh my God, what are you supposed to do when they snore so much? I think you're supposed to roll them off the bed and down the stairs and into traffic. It's unbearable. I bought a sound machine to blend in with his snoring. But this sound machine is a rainforest. It sounds like a rainforest. And now it sounds like the jungle in the bedroom. And there's a tiger next to me. I fall asleep and I hear, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna shit the bed. I'm gonna incorporate all these sounds into my dreams. I'm gonna think it's a tiger. I'm gonna shit the bed, and then it's gonna smell like the jungle. But he's not the worst snorer. The worst snorer was this guy I dated. He was a chain smoker. Oh my God, he smoked so much. The first time I spent the night, I heard this. Oh my God, I was like, is there a farm nearby? Was that an exotic bird? Or is this house haunted? And then it happened again. In the middle of the night, it was all dark. And I'm such a light sleeper. I was like, you're not doing this. So I woke him up. And I was like, there's something inside of you that wants to come out. And he's like, what? I'm like, I don't know, cancer, I guess. Stop smoking. And he's dead. No, I'm kidding. No, he's not. He's dead to me. He's dead to me. A lot of my exes are dead to me. My boyfriend has a son who's 14 who hates me. It's so fun. I just want him to like me. I'm so immature. But he doesn't even look at me. He doesn't even call me by my name. He calls me, "Where's my dad?" And I do so many nice things for him. I buy him Captain Crunch cereal. I mean, I know he's not 5, but cereal's expensive. And I play basketball with him, even if I suck. That's nice. Now I'm trying to get him into a boarding school overseas. I heard it's really good for kids to leave the country permanently. He's great. I'm trying to bond with him. The only time he talks to me is when we play Fortnite. It's a great video game, but I suck. You find guns and you shoot people and you hide. I can't find anyone, so I just hide. I hide and he finds me. And he shoots me. And he laughs. And I let him do it because I want to be a good mom. But after a while, I get sick of it. He shoots me like 5 times and he laughs in my face. So one time I just looked at him and I go, "I'm fucking your dad." And he got upset, so I won. He lives with his mother, but he comes over uninvited. I mean, unannounced. He's always invited. Come over more. Come more. Just live with us. He comes over, and my boyfriend's like, "He's coming over in 5 minutes. Can you please put some pants on? Because I'm never dressed appropriately for a child to come over." He's like, "Hurry up and put some pants on." And I'm like, ugh. Now I got to go find pants. So I can't wait till he's 18, so I don't have to put pants on anymore. My mom always said, "Wait till you have kids. You'll see how hard it is. You just wait." And then I never had kids. Joke's on you, Ma. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to not have kids, all this free time. Sometimes I call a babysitter just to see what it's like. My friend just had a baby. She kept it. She also took it home. And then she took home her placenta. I know. I was like, "What are you going to do, make a little purse?" She's like, "I'm going to eat it." Yeah, I guess sometimes after you have a baby, you're like, "I'm starving." And you need a snack immediately. I was like, why do you want to eat it? She's like, "Apparently it has a lot of vitamins." I was like, "You know what else has vitamins? Vitamins. Vitamins have a lot of vitamins. And they're ready, and they're dry. And they come out of a bottle, not your pussy." I'll even drive you to the vitamin store. Why are you complicating your life so much? You cannibal, stop eating yourself. Eating your placenta is a slippery slope. What's next, eating your baby? She's gonna have another baby and she's gonna be like, "I'm just gonna go ahead and eat the whole baby." And I'll be like, "Why?" And she'll be like, "Vitamins." So I called her the next day because I wanted to know what it tasted like. And also, I needed more jokes. And her husband got on the phone, and he's like, Mommy and baby are doing great. And I was like, yeah, but how's placenta? I called for placenta. And my friend got on the phone, and she's like, I froze it. And I was like, oh, that's so disappointing. I wanted her to eat it. I was like, what are you waiting for, Thanksgiving? Just eat it. You're supposed to eat everything while it's fresh. Like, I know placenta's disgusting, but you know what's more disgusting? Defrosted placenta. Nothing is more disgusting. I don't care if there's a snowstorm and they're out of chicken. I don't care if it comes with a side of fries. I'm not eating placenta. So I'm very tall. I'm 6 feet tall. Thank you. I'm what you call vertically obese. And I have scoliosis. Anyone else? Any scos in the house? Where are my crooked bitches? All folded up in the back. All sad and crooked. There's always one in the corner, crying. So much back pain. Oh, I'm sure a lot of you have back pain still. I'm going to start a movement called Back Lives Matter. Don't worry, my black friend approved it. I was like, can I say Back Lives Matter? And he was like, yes. And I was like, are you messing with me? So then I asked my other black friend, because I have two. I was like, can I say Back Lives Matter? And he was like, yes. So that joke is double black approved. Thank you. So if you're not laughing, you have white guilt. That's what I mean. White guilt. I love diversity. I believe in diversity. I dated black guys in college to show my support. Black guys just didn't like me because my last name is Lynch. I knew this girl. She was white in high school. Well, she's still white. In high school. And she dated black guys to rebel against her parents. And now that white guys are going down, I think girls are going to date white guys to rebel against their parents. I think they're going to bring white guys home, and parents are going to be like, how dare you bring that same colored man into this house? Have we taught you nothing about diversity? It's 2023. What would your father say if he saw you walking around the neighborhood with another white man? He would say, get that cracker out of here. I love when you guys start getting scared to laugh. I think everyone looks alike. I do, and I'm not racist. I just need glasses. My doctor told me, he's like, you need to get glasses. I'm like, I like to see everyone the same, just blurry. I don't care if you're black or white or a giraffe or a stop sign. You look like my sister. I've reached an age where my brain is like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore. And it doesn't even listen to people. When they talk to me, my brain just goes, whew. Like this woman talked to me at the bus stop. I wasn't even listening. And then she was like, and then he pulled out a knife. And I was like, can you start over? I didn't know this was going to be a good story. You know, when you guys come to a show, all you have to do is leave or say thank you or don't say anything at all. But this woman came up to me after a show recently and she goes, Excuse me. Do you have Marfan syndrome? You don't even need to know what that means. Do you have Marfan's syndrome? That doesn't sound pleasant. No one has ever said that to me after a show. I only get two things. Oh, you are really tall. Or is your dad Mr. Bean? Fuck off. I wish. I said, ma'am, I have no idea what Marfan syndrome is. She's like, well, you said you're tall and you have scoliosis and you have a heart murmur, which I talked about, and you're double jointed, which I talked about. So you might have Marfan's. And if you do, you might die soon. All she had to do was say, I hated your jokes. And this is my job. You know, this is where I work. I don't go to her work and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I think you might have tuberculosis. You're yellow and phlegmy and your lymph glands are swollen. You should get checked for TB before you die. So I Googled everything she said, and it was all on there. But it was late at night, and I couldn't go to the doctor. But it said on Google that you can check yourself for Marfan's. You just have to measure your arm span. And if it's longer than your height, you might have Marfan's. So it was midnight. So I went to CVS and I bought a measuring tape and I measured my arm span, and it turns out I'm a bird. Oh my God, my arms are so long. I was like, what's the positive thing if I have Marfan's? Oh, I'll just look up to see who has it. They all look like Slender Man. All of them. Michael Phelps has Marfan's. The Olympic swimmer, well, at least he got the flippers for feet. And he did something good with it. Abraham Lincoln, Marfan's. You know who else they think had Marfan's? Osama bin Laden. 3 great leaders in their field. I could have been the 4th. I went to the doctor the next day, and he made me take all my clothes off, and he found this thing over here, and he's like, what's that? And I'm like, I don't know, Marfan's? No, you know what it was? It was a 3rd nipple. I went from almost having Marfan's to discovering a 3rd nipple. He called it an accessory nipple. I'm like, that's so fancy. I need more accessories. I never wear earrings. I feel like a Barbie with all her accessories. He's like, what did you think it was? I'm like, I don't know, a zit? I've been trying to pop it for years. I've been abusing myself for years. I've been abusing my 3rd nipple and therefore ignoring my primary ones. And then my doctor said, if you had a baby, you'd have milk coming out of 3 nipples. And for the first time in my life, I was like, oh my God, I want to have a baby. Oh my God, can you imagine just spinning really fast and just spraying everyone like a sprinkler system in the middle of a cafeteria? Who's got cereal? Who's got coffee? Oat milk right here. I did some research, and one more teat and I'm a cow. Just one. I never knew cows had 4 nipples. I thought they had like 12. One more nipple and I'd have an udder. Moo. And then I thought about all those years that I went to the beach. And I was partially topless. My accessory nipple out there like a quiet little whore. Thinking she was at a nude beach. I'm like, not anymore. I'm not that kind of girl. I'm gonna get 2 triangles and I'm gonna get a little one right here. An accessory triangle. And I did some research, and 1 out of every 18 people has a 3rd nipple. So there's quite a few trip nips in here. So check yourselves tonight. You got one. A bird shit on my head recently. I know. I was walking with my short friend. Aren't they all? I think birds go after tall people because our heads are closer. They're like, get her. And I don't care how sunny it is. The day a bird shits on your head, you think it's rain. Always. Your brain is programmed to think it's rain. Oh my God, that was like the heaviest rain. And then I had to look. And I went like this. And it was poo. And I rubbed it right back in. Because, you know, vitamins. Right when I went like this, my friend goes, oh my God! It's good luck when a bird shits on you. And I was like, then take it. Here. I don't need this much luck. Take it. It's too easy of a life for me. She always does that. It drives me crazy. Everything is good luck or bad luck. She's like, when it rains on your wedding, it's good luck. No, it's not. I've been to a lot of rainy weddings. And everybody's hair is frizzy. The pictures look like shit. And all my rainy wedding friends, they're divorced. The only fun thing about a rainy wedding is the reception. Because you drink all night because you don't want to drive in the rain. So you stay up and you drink and it's fun. And then eventually you have to get home. And then somebody drives and crashes and dies. And then 10 years later, you're like, happy anniversary. Remember Jack and Susie died at our wedding? When she told me she had breast cancer, I started crying, like a lot, because I've never had a friend with cancer. I cried for like 2 hours, and then I went to bed. And the next day, my college roommate called me. And she's like, I have breast cancer. And I couldn't cry, because I'd cried so much for my friend the day before. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound like a insensitive friend, but I have no tears left. What I wanted to say was, you should have called yesterday. Yesterday I was a really good friend. And then I remembered in college she procrastinated all the time. And here she was doing it again. So whose fault was it really? 3 days later, an old coworker called and she's like, I have breast cancer. And I just hung up on her. I was like, I can't do this. Everyone has cancer. It's ridiculous. My mother has cancer. My mother's fine. She's on chemo and she's fighting it, but she's tired. But I'm tired too because I have to run all these 5Ks for her now. But you know, at least her cancer is keeping me in shape. I dated a guy with cancer. He's fine. We dated for a year. And then I dated a guy whose astrological sign was Cancer. Which one do you think was the worst boyfriend? The guy born in July. Yes. The guy whose sign was Cancer. Oh my God, so needy. Complained all the time. Way too attached to his mother. I looked it up on astrology.com. I found his picture there. If you're going to date one of the two, date the guy with cancer. He's very excited to be alive. And he doesn't take life for granted. And he hikes a lot because the air is really good for him. Please laugh at all my jokes. I have scoliosis. So I decided to get my own breast checked because all my friends have breast cancer. I have Obamacare. It is the worst health insurance. It is the one all the artists have. All the comics have it. It's cheap. All the doctors are like 112 years old and mildly retarded. Now, I know you're not supposed to say that word, Obamacare, but... So I walk in, this doctor is so old, and he just looks at me and he goes, do you check your own breasts? And I was like, no, Grandpa, that's why I'm here. Touch me. And he's like, you need to check your own breasts. Every woman checks her own breasts once a year. And then he goes like this, like in the shower. I was like, I don't need ideas, I know how to flirt. I know how to light candles and play soft music. But this time, Daddy-O, it's your turn. And then he comes up to me, and his hand is shaking. And I'm like, oh my God, he hasn't touched a tit since high school. And he comes up and he grabs my breast. And he goes, you have dense breasts. You have dense breasts. He said it twice. Once for each breast. Dense breasts? That sounds so mean. Dense means stupid. Like you have stupid tits. Your tits are dumb. They should go to college. So when he said, you have dense breasts, I was like, you have a small dick. I know I take things very personally, but I was insulted. I'm very sensitive. Well, I'm sensitive, not my breasts. They're dense. But we all have something, you know? I have dense breasts. You probably have scoliosis and you didn't even know it. You have Marfan's. Someone in the back has tuberculosis. We all have something. My boyfriend can't hear high-pitched sounds. That's right, he's a divorced man. Oh, wow. You already knew. He's like, I can't hear high-pitched sounds. He went to the doctor. The doctor's like, it's very typical of divorced men not to be able to hear high-pitched sounds. Because if they had an ex who complained a lot in a high-pitched voice, they've become tone deaf to high-pitched sounds. And I was like, I don't care, because I'll be like, do the dishes. Take out the trash. I know you can hear me. Get rid of your son. I believe in Jesus. Just kidding. I mean, I do sometimes, like when there's turbulence, you know, because you're like in his area and you have to, because it's like respectful, and you're drinking wine and it's like his blood. I've been on a lot of flights with turbulence, and people get scared and they pray. They pray a lot. And that's when I realized we should just have church on airplanes. And then just shake the plane on purpose. It would be great, and airplanes look like Jesus with his arms out. Look. And every time I do that now, I think of Jesus checking himself for marfids. We could put the priests in the cockpit, because they love cock. It's perfect. No more bread and wine. The body of Christ is not bread. Oh my God, it has gluten in it. Oh my God. No. The body of Christ is cheese now. It's Swiss cheese, because it also has holes in it. You can laugh. I grew up Catholic. It's fine. He doesn't care. I would have been shot down by now. I'm just spreading the word about the Lord. What would Jesus do? He would laugh. My parents are very religious. My dad believes in heaven. My dad gets more religious every year. At this point, I think he's just looking for a place to stay. I'm like, I think you're in, Dad. He loves heaven. He loves to talk about heaven. He talks about it like he's been there on vacation. He's like, heaven is a beautiful place. You get to be with your friends and your family, and everybody's happy, and there are lights everywhere. I'm like, that's Vegas. He loves heaven. He's got a book about heaven. I don't know how he got it. I guess somebody died and went to heaven and wrote a book about it and then dropped it from the sky right when my dad was walking by. And now he's got a book. He's like, do you want to read it? I'm like, no. I like surprises. I grew up so Catholic and I believed in heaven for so long that right now I'd rather just not believe. And if it's there when I die, I'll just be excited then. You know? I'll see Jesus and I'll be like, hey, JC, nice place. I didn't think you were going to be here. You look different with your arms down. My dad loves quotes, religious quotes, you know. He loves the one, God created everyone equally. And I'm like, no, he didn't. I have 3 nipples. God, I believe in so much. I don't know, there's something, I think because I like older guys. But when I'm praying, if I think it's Jesus, I'm like, can you please go get your dad? This is a big deal. And no offense, but you're 33. You're a millennial. Nobody likes you. And you wear sandals. No guy should wear sandals. It's okay to have doubts about Jesus. He doesn't care. You don't think Jesus has doubts about anything? You don't think Jesus had doubts when his parents were like, we didn't even fuck? My parents are very Republican, very Republican. They believe in Trump. They love Trump. They voted for Trump. That's how I found out I was adopted. My mom is 80, and she has a friend who's 80, and they talk every day on the phone. And one day her friend stopped calling. And my mom goes, "Do you think she stopped calling because I talk about Trump too much?" And I was like, "Yes! That's exactly why she stopped calling." That's not why she stopped calling. She stopped calling because she has dementia. Just laugh, who cares? She has dementia, and my mom goes, "Oh, thank God, I thought it was me." Oh my God, Mom, that's your friend. I can't believe you said that. That's such a Trump supporter thing to say. So now she calls me to talk about Trump. So I put her in a home. Don't worry, she's vaccinated. And no one can hear her in there anyway, so she can talk about Trump all she wants. I went to get a massage recently, and this woman works out of her house. She's very religious. I knew this because I walked in, and there were pictures of Jesus all over her living room. Well, not pictures, paintings. She doesn't know him that well. Paintings of Jesus. And then I lied down, and I was trying to get a relaxing massage, and she started talking about politics. Oh. And she started talking about how she doesn't believe in abortion. And I was like, oh my God. And she wouldn't shut up about it. So I said, I'm pro-choice. And she got mad. I could tell that because the massage got really good. Right here. Oh my God. Right where I carry all my tension. I call this my abortion area now. It's my abortion area. And I just let her talk about it as long as she wanted to. And then she moved over here, and I was like, what should I talk about? And I brought up gun control. My mom is from Spain. Any Spanish people? Hola! ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? Yeah. My mom just got her U.S. citizenship. She's so excited. She did. Oh, yeah. She's so American now, it's crazy. She only wears clothes from Costco. She loves hot dogs. She loves Fox News. She's so American, she's anti-immigration. She went all the way. I was like, you don't have to go all the way. You're an immigrant. Why would you be anti-immigration? She's like, I had to do it the hard way. I had to marry your father. They get to just swim over here. She makes it sound so fun. Like they just swim over here. It's just a family vacation. They play Marco Polo and play with dolphins the whole way. Thank you. I had a birthday a couple months ago, and my mom bought me a rape whistle. What a weird gift. I asked for a jacket. I don't know if she thinks I still got it. Or she thinks I can't run fast anymore. She's like, I've seen you run those 5Ks. You need a rape whistle. 2 months later, she bought herself a rape whistle for her 80th birthday. I was like, where are we going? What kind of family vacation are you planning? What are you watching on Fox News? The only two people she hangs out with are my dad and her pharmacist. And I was like, who's the rape whistle for? And then I remembered my dad got a new hip. That's some crazy role play. By the way, if you get assaulted, always yell fire. More people will help you. I read that somewhere. When you get assaulted, always yell fire. And then I guess when they get to you, go, just kidding. Rape. I have an uncle who's very religious too, and he's very quiet. And then he had a stroke, and now he's funny. I guess sometimes you don't know how the stroke is going to get you. Like his body is totally the same. You would never be able to tell he had a stroke. But his personality, totally different. Super outgoing now. Jokes around all the time. Flirts with everyone. He flirts with nurses and waitresses and me. Flirts with me. I think that's why I got the rape whistle. Anyway, my whole family loves his new personality. I think they all like him better stroked. They're calling it a stroke of luck. My mom told me, when I die, don't let anyone see me naked. I was like, what kind of funeral do you think I'm throwing you? She's like, I heard that when you die, people just come in when they change your outfit and they look at you because you're naked and you're dead and they want to see what you look like. I was like, all right, I promise, I'll do my best. And then I started remembering all these things that I had to deal with growing up, you know, like I'm very tall and my uncle had a clothing store for men, not Uncle Strokey, but another one. And I had to wear men's clothing because my mom got them for free. And they were longer. They were men's pants. And they were longer, and she liked them. So I had to wear brown corduroys all through middle school. And they all had all this extra material here, you know, for that giant cock that I had. And I was like, you're definitely getting a topless funeral. At least one titty out. I'm putting you on OnlyFans. Don't worry, I'm in therapy. It's fine. I love therapy. Do you guys do therapy? It's great. The rest of you just go hiking. Hiking is good until you want to jump. Therapy's great. I love therapy. I love complaining to someone who can't leave the room. And my therapist wants to leave. She's so tired. I've been there for 10 years. And she's 75 years old. And I bring up the same crap every week. And she even falls asleep. She'll go. And I know what she's thinking. She's going, Carmen, please kill yourself. I'm so tired. I'm 75. You're my only client left. I think therapists want you to kill yourself so they can get new clients. It's the only way. They can't fire you or you will kill yourself. But then it'll be on them, so you have to do it on your own. That's the whole point of therapy. You learn how to do things on your own. Please laugh at my jokes. I almost had Marfans. My therapist, since she's 75, she's on this new medication, and it always makes her go to the bathroom. So in the middle of my session, she'll be like, Do you mind if we just stop for a second? So I can use the bathroom. It's like $150 a session. That's like $40. Literally down the toilet. Just me waiting for her to come back. I'm like, can you wear diapers? I'm in the middle of a traumatic story. But the good thing about an older therapist is they tell you everything, but sometimes it's too much. Like one time I was like, just go at it and say whatever. And she goes, well, you know you're a comedian because you're in pain. And I was like, I thought I was a comedian because I was funny. And then I started crying. And she was like, see? You're in pain. I'm like, your bladder's in pain from pissing so much. She's like, kill yourself. If I had to pick between therapy and religion, I would definitely pick therapy, though. It's expensive, but there's no pressure. There's no pressure like there is in religion. In therapy, I don't have to thank my therapist for every meal. I don't have to celebrate her birthday. I don't have to hang her on my wall or around my neck. I don't have to eat her every Sunday. I mean, I could, but she probably smells like this. And I'd rather pay cash. My name is Carmen Lynch. It's a horrible name, Carmen Lynch. First of all, Lynch, we've talked. It's problematic. I mean, I can't even say. My phone can't even say. My phone is uncomfortable saying. My phone autocorrects me to Carmen Lunch. I've been Carmen Lunch since the iPhone came out. And Carmen, not a good name. It has the word men in it. And some of you aren't doing that well. I could be car women, but that's a little too feminist. So I'm just going to drop it and just be car. But cars are bad for the environment. So I just lost my whole name. I went from Carmen Lynch to I have no name. I only have one more name. I grew up Catholic, so I was confirmed. At age 14, when you're confirmed, I don't know what happens, but you get to pick a name. That's all I remember. You get to pick a name. Jesus is like, pick a name. But nobody told me it had to be a religious name. So I picked Veronica. I was reading Archie comics. And Veronica's really pretty and she's rich. And Betty was just desperate. So I was like, I'm Veronica. And then recently I found out that my boyfriend, he was confirmed. And I was like, he's very white. He has Irish ancestors. And he glows in the dark, he's so white. And I said, what name did you pick when you were 14? And he goes, Jerome. Jerome? I was like, how big do you think your dick is? At age 14, you were like, I'm a Jerome? You're not even a Jerome as an adult. You're a Kevin. Yeah. I love you, but you're a Kevin. I queefed on a plane. That's right, I queefed on a plane. Now, some of you may not know what that is. I'm going to tell you. I said that on stage in London. I said I queefed on a plane, and this woman yelled out, "What is a queef?" And this itty-bitty, adorable, elderly British woman yells out, "It's a fanny fart! It's when you fart in your fanny the front. Oh my God, I cannot believe this woman knew what a queef is. That's when I realized everyone queefs, every woman queefs. Old, rich, everyone. And the biggest queefer of all, of course, is Queef Elizabeth. That was her nickname in the palace. Anyway, I queefed on a plane. And it was, I could feel it. It was like strong, it was powerful. And I felt eyes looking at me. But I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the queef because I had my noise cancellation headphones on. I was like, oh my God, these really work. I bought them to cancel babies crying on the plane and annoying people who are like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you flying? Where are you going? And also queefs. They cancel queefs. And I was like, they should do the commercial for the headphones in a setting like this. It should be a full flight and then... And then you look over and you see and then 3 days later, I queefed again. I don't know what happened that week, but it was queef week. I was at my gynecologist's office. Yes, I was getting examined, and as soon as she was finished, I think I sat up too quickly, and all the air went inside. But this was a different queef. It was short and aggressive. It was quick, but it was bold. It was like... And I was so embarrassed, I couldn't even look at my doctor. And then she looked right at me and she goes, bless you. And I was like, a queef. Well, my name is Veronica Lunch. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It really means a lot.
So there you have it, folks. Two great comedians, Josh Johnson, Carmen Lynch. So, like I said, go on YouTube, look them up, give them a subscribe and a like. And that's about all the time we got for now. Until next time, I pack my tribe. Peace out.
We're left unsaid, for all the times I've done promises.